Hey, you. Yeah, you. Let me ask you, how do you prefer to play video games? Maybe that sounds like a weird question, but it's been on my mind lately, and here's why. See, there's a game that came out a couple of months ago that's been getting a ton of buzz. You might have heard of it. It's called Pizza Tower is an indie Wario-like platformer with visuals that remind me of Cow and Chicken. No, not Ren and Stimpy, it looks more like Cow and Chicken to me, remember that show? Yeah, me neither. Anyway, the Pizza Tower experience is only available on Steam, meaning that it's currently a computer/Steam Deck exclusive. And from what I understand, the small team that developed it might never have the time or resources to port it over to consoles. I've been hyped for this game since I first heard about it years ago. It's gotten rave reviews, and players are going bananas over how good it is. But despite all of that, I'm not planning to buy it. Why is that? Did I suffer some sort of pizza-related tragedy as a boy? Or is it due to my lifelong fear of towers? No, it's simply because I do not like PC gaming, and I especially don't like Microsoft Surface laptop gaming, which is the only way I can currently play a Steam title. I have never enjoyed using a computer to play a game. Doesn't matter the game, doesn't matter when or how good the PC is, whether we're talking keyboard and mouse or controller or whatever. I fundamentally do not like sitting in front of a PC or laptop and playing a game on it. To be desperately, emphatically clear, I am not saying that PC gaming is bad. It isn't, and I'm not trying to argue that my opinion is correct. It's not, and it never is. I am just trying to share that I personally do not prefer playing games on PC, to the extent that I'm not even planning to pick up a game that I've been anticipating for years because of it. And that is why the topic of gaming preferences has been on my mind. Remember? From the first sentence of the video? So today I'd like to talk about my own gaming preferences for a bit, which means I get to do what I do best, which is ramble about something incredibly insignificant. Huzzah! Alright, let's start from the beginning. Back in, I think, 1999 or 2000, I was deep in the trenches, being a toddler, and my dad's friend gave us his old Nintendo 64. Loved it, played it all the time, had to blow on the Mario Kart 64 cartridge every day or else it would stop working, yada yada yada. Then in 2003 we got a new GameCube, and I know it was 2003 because it came with a copy of The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, a somewhat rare compilation disc that I sold to GameStop about a decade later for pocket change. Damn. Anyway, for the first half of my childhood, the N64 and especially the GameCube were video games. I did own a PS2 for a couple of months until it broke and my dad replaced it. And then that replacement broke less than a month later and we gave up after that. Hey, don't look at me, I still think our local Costco was sabotaging us. Later on, I was fortunate enough to own a Wii and a DS Lite, but I didn't play those quite as much. I was always gravitating back to that old GameCube, constantly replaying the Anthony classics like Mario Sunshine and Battle for Bikini Bottom and Simpsons Hit and Run and on and on. You get the idea, I was born in 1996. Oh, Melee too, can't forget Melee. But yeah, growing up, those home consoles were what really defined gaming for me. Sure, I did eventually get that DS, which was my first handheld, but that quickly became a bit of a secondary thing. You know, somebody's using the TV, or there's been a power outage and I refuse to live in reality even for a minute. That sort of thing. Flashing forward, I bought my Switch in 2017, which really reinvigorated my love for gaming. After I largely put the hobby down for a few years after high school because I was busy working for two giant corporations that I hate. And in the beginning, I did play in handheld mode a lot, mesmerized by games like Odyssey and Breath of the Wild running so well on what is essentially a tablet. But these days, the old Switch is docked 99% of the time. And honestly, for the past year or so, it's pretty much become my ring-fit adventure console anyway. Really looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom though. Other than that, I play a lot of Series X and occasionally use my Wii U to emulate older titles. Let me tell you, nothing gets me off more than playing old handheld games all stretched out on my big TV. This is how I played Wario Land 4 and the GBA Metroids for the first time. Look at this, it was designed for a 3-inch screen. This should be illegal. But we can't forget that there are other ways to play games too, like mobile gaming. And of course I played mobile games. I was addicted to Temple Run back in 2012 just like everybody else. And look, I get that mobile games get a bad rap, often for good reason, and that's a conversation for a different day. For now, I can say that on the extremely rare days that I pull out my phone to play something, I mostly stick with simple puzzle stuff like Tetris, or rounds of chess with my partner when I'm too lazy to replace the Ring Fit cartridge with the Clubhouse Games one. I did try out phone Fortnite once, but that one just felt wrong to me. Even ignoring the screen size and the fact that I didn't really gel with any of the control choices, I just feel awkward using my Twitter YouTube device to pwn in a game like that. Though I have to say, it's still really cool to think that some games like Fortnite can look about as good on phones as they do on consoles. I'm showing my age here, but I remember when this snowball fighting minigame running on my old Samsung flip phone was enough to blow my little kid mind. These tired old hands. Where did the time go? But let's go back to PC games again. Throughout my life, I've tried various different options. You know, old CD-ROM titles, downloaded stuff, emulated classics, browser games, and so on. I played on desktops and laptops and old iMacs with keyboard and mouse and Bluetooth controllers. And yeah, other than browser flash games on Newgrounds or Nick.com or whatever, I've never enjoyed any of it. I just don't like how it feels to sit in a chair in front of a computer and play a game like that. I can't get into it. There's something about the format that just breaks my immersion. I can't fully explain it. I just know that I don't like it. It might be silly, it's definitely in my own head, but ultimately it's just how I feel. So when it comes to video games, 9 times out of 10 I'm choosing the console experience. Always have, always will. That's not to disparage PC gaming or mobile or handheld or anything else. After all, these unique platforms are all just different methods of enjoying games, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. PC gaming offers the most options and mobile gaming is incredibly convenient. But console gaming is just my preference. It's what I enjoy the most, and it really is as simple as that. I want to end this little, I guess, opinion piece by revealing that there's a secret second point to this video. That's right, fools, you've been duped. There's been an agenda all along. I recognize that I can be a stupid fella sometimes, and I recognize that I have no good reason to dislike PC gaming. But at the same time, I'm not gonna force myself to do anything that I don't enjoy doing. Why should I? Stupid or not, sometimes we just like what we like and we dislike what we dislike, and I think that's totally fine, especially when it comes to things that are ultimately as trivial as this. I love video games, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over the fact that I don't love playing them on a laptop, and I'm certainly not gonna continue wasting money and time trying to convince myself to like something when I already know that I don't. Maybe this all sounds silly, but I think it's important that we figure these things out about ourselves in order to lead slightly less irritating lives. My name is Anthony, and I'd rather sit alone in an empty room for 2 hours than go out to watch a movie in a theater. Ah, sweet liberation. And with all of that being said, if I don't play Pizza Tower for a while, well, that's okay. It's fine. I'm normal! Okay, honestly, I'll probably just get it on Steam if it really never releases on consoles. It looks like a lot of fun. And that's just me, but what about you? Do you have some sort of game or experience or whatever that you dislike for no good reason? But more relevant to the video's title, do you prefer to play games on console or handheld or mobile? Hey, what about plug and plays or arcades or your own imagination? I think that's everything, right? I'm about to end the video, but am I forgetting one? I really feel like I'm forgetting one. Damn it. Okay, see you guys next time. Oh, VR! Oh, god damn!